everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Devine and today I'm going to be showing you 3 different quick and easy updo styles that you can do in less than 3 minutes each. Now if there's one in particular that you're wanting to see, you can just click on the link in the description and it will jump you to that point in the video. So for the first one, we are going to divide the hair into 2 sections. The first one is going to be just above the ears, and we're just going to start twisting that hair, and we're going to twist the bottom section as well. Now, if you have ever done a rope braid, it's going to be using that concept. If you've never done a rope braid before, I do have a video on how to do it, but we're going to twist those 2 sections the same direction, and then when we twist them together, we're going to twist them the opposite way, and this is what kind of creates the rope effect. And it's a surprisingly secure way to hold hair. So as we twist those together, we're going to twist them so tight that they kind of fold in on each other, and we're going to kind of wrap them into a bun as you see here. Now it does get a little tricky with the ends if you have a lot of layers, but it's definitely more than possible. So we're just going to keep twisting those ends, and we are going to tuck them in as much as possible. Now, if you have the extra large bobby pins, I definitely recommend using those. They are so much easier for securing styles like this, especially if you have thick hair, and they're only a couple bucks, just like regular bobby pins. So we are just going to secure the style. You're going to make sure you get the bun pinned to the scalp with the ridges facing down on the bobby pins. I only needed about 2, I think, because I use the extra large ones. And there is the first style, super quick, super easy, and secured with just a couple of bobby pins. For this next style, you are going to want a small hair tie in addition to your bobby pins. So what we are essentially going to do is we're going to braid the hair and wrap it up on itself. Now this can be a little bit tricky with layers. It's going to be a lot easier if you have one length hair. Of course, that's true for most styles, and we're going to make do with what we had because I'm still growing out my layers. So we're just going to do a basic braid, which I have a video on that as well. If you do not know how to do a basic braid, but it's pretty simple, just cross one section over the other, and then once we get to the end, or once we get to the end of the layers, we are going to tie it off with a small hair tie. If y'all are looking for more styles, definitely check out my channel. I have a ton of videos on there. I'll put a link in the description to a playlist for some more bun styles. And if there's nothing on there that you're looking for, feel free to leave a comment with some video suggestions. I love getting video suggestions, and I'm always trying to upload more content. So now that we're at the end of this braid, we are going to tie it off. You can use an elastic, but I try to avoid those because they can damage the hair. So I found these nice little, they're called braiding hair ties that are a little bit smaller than a traditional hair tie, but they are still that fabric material that are going to be a little bit softer on your hair. So we're going to want to make sure that this is nice and secure. As you can see, I still have quite a few ends because of the layers. So what we're going to do the last time we pull that hair tie through is we're going to leave a little loop on the end, but we're going to make sure those ends sticking out are facing towards the head so that when we wrap it in, those ends get tucked in nice and tight. And as we roll up this braid, we're going to make sure it's nice and secure. If you roll it loose, it's not going to stay. So again, I'm going to use those extra large bobby pins. These things are definitely my best friend. I'm so glad I bought them. And we're just going to take a couple and pin it in place. And once you get this bun in place, if you feel like there's a couple of wild ones sticking out, that's usually a good time to use the smaller bobby pins because you can only fit so many of these big ones in your hair. And here we have the completed second style. Again, super easy, super quick. And as we move on to the next style, all we're going to need is a couple of bobby pins. Again, the extra large ones are going to be great. So we're going to divide our hair into two on a little bit of a side part in the back. And we're going to start with the smaller section, and we are going to twist this away from our face, starting in the front. And we're going to want to make this twist as tight as possible, of course, without actually hurting yourself. You never want to pull your hair so tight that it hurts. But we're going to twist this all the way back to the part, and then I'm just going to stick a bobby pin in it to hold it in place temporarily while we move to the next side. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, is we're just going to twist that hair until we reach to the back. If y'all enjoy my videos, please make sure you like and subscribe and share my channel with as many people as you can. This really helps me out. The more people I can reach, the more people I can provide these tutorials for and create realistic expectations for. As I've mentioned before, I've worked in the salon for years, and people would always come in with these filtered photos and videos wanting unrealistic expectations for their hair. I do not use filters in my content. I show all the little imperfections so I can create realistic expectations for people, as well as prevent them from feeling like they didn't do good enough, because they can see that I'm not doing it perfect either, so their hair doesn't have to be perfect. I always try to encourage positivity. So as we get that second section twisted towards the back, we're going to take the bobby pin out of the first section, and we're going to make sure that they are both very tight as we twist them together, again, almost like another rope braid. And as we twist this together, instead of going straight up and down to create that perfect little bun, we are going to twist it to the opposite side that it was parted on to create just a little bit of a different shape. And then again, we are going to tuck those ends in as tight as we can. This one can be a little bit trickier to make sure that those twists don't unravel. We're going to grab our extra large bobby pins, and we are going to pin this in place. The tricky part with this one is making sure the hair stays snug when you're putting the bobby pins in, and making sure that that twist in the front doesn't start to unravel. As you see here, I do have to go back and kind of twist it in a little bit because I felt it coming a little bit loose. And if you feel your hair starting to come loose as you're pinning it up, it's just going to fall looser after you pin it. So make sure it's as snug as possible, and we're going to put in a couple more bobby pins. And here we have the finished look. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more upcoming videos. And I hope you all have a fabulous day.